Hello learners, welcome to Education Online Program. I'm teacher Regina presenting you a lesson in biology. Biology for Senior 3 and Senior 4. Our topic is respiratory. So this is a process. We have been talking about the respiratory system. So the systems carry a certain process which is respiration. Respiration. Our topic is respiration. This is the process being carried by respiratory system. So we want to define respiratory. What do we mean by not respiratory? We want to define the respiration. What do we mean by respiration? And some processes involved in the respiration. So respiration is a biochemical process by which a living cell of organism take in oxygen from the environment and liberate carbon dioxide and produce energy from the oxidation of complex organic substance. Respiration is a biochemical process by which living cells of organism take in oxygen, take in oxygen liberating carbon dioxide and producing energy from the oxidation of oxidation of organic compound. This is the definition for respiration. It is a biochemical process by which living cells of organism take in oxygen, liberating carbon dioxide and producing energy from the oxidation of organic compound. If we are breathing, we are taking in oxygen, or we are taking in air. That air having oxygen. That oxygen reaching into the blood will get combined with organic compounds. What are the organic compounds? The food, the nutrient in our blood. In our blood we have sugar. We have proteins, we have lipids. When we talk about lipids, we mean fats and oil. We have lipids, either oil or fat. So these are all organic compound found in our body cell. And this organic compound, they are containing energy. That energy is chemical energy. For the body to get sugar, for the body to get the energy which are stored in this organic compound, it needs to be burned using what? Oxygen. So when these organic compounds are burned, the product or the result will be carbon dioxide, which is gas, will be sent out, plus energy. This energy, we are using it for biological activities. It helps our body to carry on the biological activity. Like this energy can be a source of warming our body, can be changed into temperature for our body. This energy can be used for reproduction. This energy can be used for movement. This energy can be used for growth. So these are all biological processes that needs the energy. That's why it's oxidation of organic compound. Oxidation means addition of oxygen. This in a chemistry, oxidation reaction, this is the reaction where oxygen is added. That's why we said respiration is a biological process by which living cell of organism take in oxygen. This oxygen is taken to burn the organic compound. These are the examples. So when these compounds are burned, the result will be carbon dioxide plus energy and water. That water is in form of gas. So this explanation can be represented by chemical equations. That means respiration can be explained using chemical equations. For example, like we take this sugar, which is considered as organic compound in our body. So the smallest or the simplest sugar in our body is a glucose. C6H12O6. This is a glucose. When it is oxidized, that means when we add oxygen, the oxygen we took from the environment through breathing, O2, the results are carbon dioxide plus water plus energy. This carbon dioxide is gas. Even this one comes out in form of gas. This oxygen, it's also gas. So this is what is meant by oxidation of organic compound. When we add oxygen to the organic compound, what takes place is burning or combustion. Then the result is carbon dioxide, which is not needed by our body with the animal, plus this water that comes in form of gas, plus energy. And this is what our body needs, the energy to carry on all the biological processes. So in the process of respiration, there are two processes involved. Right from the equation. When you look at the equations, what are these two processes? Inspiration and expiration. The two processes involved in the respiration. One is inspiration. Two is expiration. These are the two processes involved in respiration. So what does inspiration do? In this process, this is the process by which the air or the oxygen is drawn into the lungs. This is the process by which the oxygen or the air, the gas, is drawn into the lungs. Because we said lungs are the surface, respiratory surface, where the gas exchange takes place. So inspiration is the process by which oxygen or the gas is drawn into the lungs. While expiration is the opposite. This is the process by which the gas is sent out of the lungs. This is the process by which the air, so here the carbon dioxide, is sent out or blown out of the lungs. So from the equation, you can see normally in the equation there are reactant side and product side. In the reactant side, this indicates the process of inspiration, because here the oxygen was taken or drawn into the lungs. Then from the lungs, it was carried by the blood to the heart. Then it was pumped to reach the rest of the body parts. So their respiration takes place. When the oxygen is exhausted, again the same blood come and bring the carbon dioxide into the lungs. So this is now where the carbon dioxide is sent out of the lung. So the side of the reactant, this is representing the process of inspiration, while the side of product indicates the process of expiration. Let's come to look at the types of respiration. There are two types of respiration. Aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Types of respiration. There are two types of respiration. One is aerobic respiration. Two is anaerobic respiration. These are the two types of respiration: aerobic respiration and aerobic respiration. So what's the difference? At the end, both of them, they produce energy. Both of them, at the end, they produce what? Energy. So what's the difference between the two? In the first one, which is aerobic respiration, in this type, we use oxygen to burn the organic compound. The result will be carbon dioxide plus water plus energy, which is this one. Oxygen is used. That means aerobic respiration takes place in the presence of oxygen. It occurs in the presence of oxygen. The example is this one. Oxygen is used, or oxygen is combined with organic compound, then it gave us the products. Let me write it here. C6H12O6 plus O2 give us carbon dioxide plus water plus energy. So here is 6. I think here also 6. This one also here 6. Balancing of equation. We make sure that the equations are balanced. The equations are balanced. So this all about the aerobic respiration, which take place in the presence of oxygen. The second type, anaerobic respiration, this one here, it takes place in the absence of oxygen. The organic compound like the sugar, which is glucose, what will take place? Fermentation. So the result will be, or the product will be, alcohol plus carbon dioxide and energy. That's why I've said the two types of respiration, at the end they produce energy. The difference only that the first one happen in the presence of oxygen, while anaerobic happens in the absence of oxygen. So in the absence of oxygen, what takes place there is fermentation. That's why the result is alcohol plus carbon dioxide plus energy. And this type of respiration is normally taken by or happen in some living organisms like bacteria, fungi, specifically the yeast. So we learned that some of the bacteria or some of the fungi, they are used for making bread, yogurt, all this, because they have that enzymes that can make fermentation. And even sometimes our muscles, the cells of our muscles, if the oxygen is not enough, at the same time the body is in need of the energy, they can carry an aerobic respiration where they ferment the sugar in the body to give us alcohol plus carbon dioxide and energy. Then the energy can be used for the biological activities. So anaerobic occurs in the absence of oxygen. can be represented with this chemical equation. This sugar, which is glucose, carbon 6, hydrogen 12, oxygen 6. So what takes place here? The fermentation. The result is alcohol plus carbon dioxide plus energy. So let us balance the equation. How can we balance the equations? 2 molecules of alcohol, then 2 this oxygen, 2 molecules of carbon dioxide, 6 carbon, 4, 2 here 6, 12, this one 10, okay, yeah, 12, oxygen 6, then here 2 oxygen, 4 oxygen, yeah. The equation is balanced. So what's taking place here? This fermentation. So the result is the alcohol, this ethanol plus carbon dioxide plus energy. So when you look at these two equations, at the end, energy is produced. The difference is this one occurs in the presence of oxygen. This one has no oxygen, in the absence of oxygen. So this energy release, it is released in form of ATP. This abbreviation for adenosine triphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate is served as a currency of energy within the cell. Here we are done with the types of respirations. So we want to see the difference between the respiration and breathing. Respiration and breathing. Respiration and breathing. So respiration sometimes is called what? Cellular respiration. Cellular respiration. Respiration is a chemical process. While this one is physical. Why is it physical? Because in this one, we are just inhaling and exhaling gases or air. Breathing involves inhaling oxygen and exhaling carbon dioxide. So it is considered as physical processes. What is involved in breathing? Inhaling oxygen and exhaling carbon dioxide. So these processes of inhaling and exhaling is a physical processes. While respiration is a chemical process because in which the cells of organism obtain energy by combining oxygen and glucose. So the result in the release of carbon dioxide. This one, it is a chemical process. Why? Because chemical reactions takes place. In respiration, chemical process take place, because here the cells of the living organism combine, because here the cells of living organism combine oxygen with glucose to produce energy and liberate carbon dioxide. So here the chemical processes take place, the addition of oxygen to the chemical compound. That means oxidation, and oxidation is one of the types of reactions where oxygen is added or where the hydrogen atom is removed, all this. So up to here we are done with our topic of today. I had wanted to give you some exercise. So only two questions for you to go and exercise on it. Only two questions, not more. And it is even filling the blank. Filling the blank. It is filling the blank. Is the process in which organism break down glucose from food. To release energy. Number two is the process by which a plant convert energy from sunlight into chemical energy. Thanks for listening. We meet next time in the next topic.